We're with Leslie Partridge at Pittys Pre-Stud, a stud of Spanish horses. Can you tell us a little bit about where the breed came from in terms of both geographically and what they were originally designed to do?
Well, they were a breed that evolved in the Iberian Peninsula in Spain, and they were developed over a period of time for the work on the ranches. They had the bull, the fighting bull, the cattle and that sort of thing. They had to keep them in big herds, and so they needed a horse that was basically safe to ride. And the Spanish horse evolved with the need really for being sensible, do as you ask when you ask it, because the person's life was at risk working these fighting bulls, so they had to develop it because of that. And so the breed evolved by using the best mares and the best temperament stallions, and that's sort of really how it started. And then they picked the greys seemed to come out as being the most favoured, and so you'd see more grey horses being bred, possibly because perhaps a related temperament. And then the Spanish government was in charge of all the registrations, and they used them in the army in the wars, and they kept the bay horses for that reason, so they perhaps weren't quite so conspicuous, and they developed theirs on a different line to Becado horses, which are the greys. And the breed went in and out of several hands. The Becados, which were the ones that the monks preserved a long way back and hid them from the armies that were invaded, because they wanted the horses for the army, so that these monks kept them in secret locations and bred them together, and they became known as Becado horses, which were the foundation of the Carthusian bloodlines. And most of the greys do go back to these original ones that were kept by the monks. And then on the other lines, the military used them for their use, and they were all-rounder type of horses. And then over the time, the police use them there in Spain for all their work that they have to do, controlling crowds and things. And then they became also functional horses in so much as they were used for pulling carriages. So people would use them in teams, not just in singles, but in sometimes up to 14 or 15 horses at a time in parades, and quite commonly in fives. So they were horses that developed a very, very easygoing temperament, and this is what we're looking for safety, really, for safety reasons.